Let's take a deep breath together. For a moment, close your eyes and listen, not just with your ears, but with your heart. Can you hear it? It's the steady rhythm of your life, each breath, each beat, each quiet hope you carry into a new day. Whether you are 17 or 70, whether you woke up this morning feeling full of energy or with a heavy sigh, this story is for you. Because, believe it or not, the next 20 minutes could change the way you understand your body, your strength, and the path ahead. Maybe you're here because you've started to notice the little things, a stumble on the stairs that never used to happen, a hint of tiredness in your legs after a short walk, or perhaps you see it in someone you love, a parent who moves more slowly, a grandparent who now holds the railings a bit tighter. Or maybe you're still young, but you're wise enough to know that one day, these questions will matter to you, too. Wherever you are, whoever you are, let's begin this journey together. Let's set aside, for just a moment, all those tired stories we've been told about aging, that it's only a story of loss, decline, or regret. Today, we're going to write a different story. A story where food is not just something we eat to fill our stomachs, but a way to send messages of hope and healing deep into our muscles, our nerves, and even our minds. A story where strength can return, not only with hard work at the gym or bottles of pills, but through simple acts of curry-throw breakfast at the kitchen table, a walk with a friend, or even just a quiet moment with a cup of tea. You see, the truth is that aging is not the enemy, it's a teacher. With every year, every wrinkle, every ache, it invites us to listen more deeply to our bodies and our lives. It asks us to look not only at what we are losing, but at what we might rediscover: patience, resilience, the sweetness of moving slowly, the courage to begin again. And if you are someone who feels that old age is closing in, or that your best days are behind you, I invite you to open your mind for just a little while. Science has changed. Stories have changed. And more importantly, so can you. Let me share a simple truth I've learned from years of listening to elders, reading new research, and watching people transform their lives. The strongest medicine in the world is not always found in hospitals or pharmacies. Sometimes it is found in the most ordinary moments. The steam rising from a bowl of soup, the laughter around a dinner table, the sunlight glinting off a garden bed. Sometimes the strongest medicine is an egg cracked into a pan at sunrise, or a handful of leafy greens tossed into a salad. It is the habit of paying attention to the food you eat, to the company you keep, to the stories you tell yourself about what is possible. Throughout this video, I want to take you on a journey through kitchens and gardens, through research, labs and family tables, through the real stories of men and women who found their way back to strength when everyone else said it was impossible. We'll begin by rethinking what it really means to grow older. We'll see how science is giving us new hope, not just in the form of fancy supplements or high-tech machines, but in the humble foods we often overlook. We'll explore the deep connection between muscle and mind, and why the signals sent by your nervous system can mean more than raw muscle mass itself. We'll talk about how to nourish those connections, not just with food, but with daily rituals, gentle movement, and a willingness to try something new. I'll introduce you to people like Grace, who rediscovered the joy of her garden at 74, to Daniel, who learned to trust his body again, one breakfast at a time, to communities both in Vietnam and around the world. We turned meals into moments of healing, celebration, and connection. Maybe you'll recognize pieces of yourself in these stories, or maybe you'll hear echoes of someone you love, a parent, a neighbor, or an old friend who once ran up hills and now moves more carefully down them. Wherever you find yourself, remember, it's never too late to rewrite your story. The first chapter can begin today. So as we embark on this journey, I invite you to set aside doubt and fear. Allow yourself to feel curiosity. Imagine, just for now, that healing is possible. that strength can return. That your body is listening, and if you speak its language through food, movement, and Karit can answer in ways that surprise you. If you are watching this for yourself, know that you are not alone. If you are here for someone you love, thank you. You are already a part of their story of hope. If you are young and just curious, keep watching. You'll discover how the choices you make now can build a foundation for a stronger, more vibrant life at every age. This isn't just a lesson about nutrition or biology. It's a lesson about being alive, about cherishing every step, every breath, every shared meal, and every new morning. So pour yourself a cup of tea, settle in, and let's begin together a journey back to the heart of strength, health, and the joy of living, no matter your age. Let's begin with a question most of us rarely ask. What does it really mean to grow older? Is aging simply the slow and steady fading of our bodies? Or could it be something else, more hopeful, more open to change than we ever imagined? For most of our lives, we're taught that getting older means losing strength. That aches and stiffness are just the price of more birthdays. But I want you to pause and consider a new idea. What if much of what we think of as aging is not just the body breaking down, but the body asking for a different kind of attention, a new conversation between muscle and mind? It often starts subtly. Maybe you notice that getting up from a chair takes a bit more effort, or that the stairs in your house seem steeper than they used to. Perhaps a walk around the block leaves your legs feeling tired or uncertain. It's easy to blame this on the number of candles on your last birthday cake. But science and the lived experience of many older adults tells a richer story. Here's what we now know. Loss of muscle is not always the main reason we feel weaker as we age. More often, the real culprit is the slow, silent fading of the signal between your brain and your muscles. Think of your nervous system as the conductor of a grand orchestra. When we're young, the conductor's baton is clear and confident. Every note rings out. Every muscle responds with power and grace. But as we age, that signal sometimes weakens. Not because the orchestra has forgotten how to play, but because the conductor's voice has grown quieter. The good news: that connection is not lost forever. The nervous system, even in our later years, remains remarkably adaptable. With the right signals through food, movement, and intentional habits can revive that conversation, bringing harmony back to our lives. Let me tell you about Margaret. She's 72, and for years she felt her legs becoming silent, not in pain, just not as quick to respond as before. Instead of giving up, she began a new routine: nourishing breakfasts, gentle walks, and moments of gratitude. Within weeks, she found herself stepping down her front steps without needing to hold the rail. "It's like my legs started listening to me again," she said, beaming. Margaret's story isn't unique. It's proof that aging isn't just about declining, it's about the chance to reconnect, to rediscover the powerful partnership between our muscles and our minds. And that's where our journey truly begins. Now that we understand how vital the connection between muscle and mind really is, let's look at how we can nurture that connection, starting with the simplest, most powerful tool we all have: food. You might have heard that you are what you eat, but the truth goes even deeper. Every meal you have is not just fuel for your body. It's a message, a set of instructions. Food is information, and your body listens closely to the signals you send with every bite. Remarkable new research. It's changing what we thought we knew about nutrition and aging. One study published in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed adults over the age of 50. When these adults were given a specific, nutrient-rich meal in the evening, scientists found something astonishing. By the next morning's 12 hours later, their bodies had already started to rebuild muscle and recharge their energy engines, called mitochondria. Not after months or weeks, but overnight. How is this possible? The answer lies in how our bodies process not just calories, but signals. There are tiny power plants inside our muscles depend on the right nutrients to run. At full strength, when we feed our bodies well, especially at the right times, we give these mitochondria what they need to generate real, sustainable energy, but we must also recognize the silent thieves that rob us of strength as we age. First, there's chronic undernourishment, always about eating too little, but about missing key nutrients the body needs for repair. Second, there's low-grade inflammation, a kind of invisible fire that slowly blunts our energy, blocks signals, and weakens muscles. And finally, there's circadian disruption at odd hours or the wrong foods at the wrong time, throwing off the natural rhythms that help our bodies heal and grow. If that sounds discouraging, take heart. The solution is within reach. What we eat, when we eat, and how we eat can reignite the conversation between our brain and our muscles. With each meal, we have the power to send the right signal to turn on pathways that repair and strengthen, to soothe inflammation and to fuel those inner batteries. This isn't about rigid diets or magic pills. It's about using wisdom old and new to feed our bodies in a way that brings out their best. Food becomes more than a meal. It becomes a message of hope, repair, and renewal. So as we continue, keep this in mind. Restoration isn't a distant miracle. It's biology, working hand in hand with your daily choices. And every meal is a chance to start fresh. Let's pause for a moment and ask, have you ever wondered why some people seem to regain their strength and energy with age, while others struggle even though they eat enough protein or follow the usual advice? The answer often lies in something deeper than just the amount of food we eat. It's about the quality of the signals we send our bodies. And nutrients play a starring role in this secret: leucine and choline. You see, after age 50, our bodies change in subtle but important ways. The old antennathose muscle fibers just waiting to spring to life need a clearer, stronger signal. It's not just about getting enough protein, but about getting the right kind of protein and sending that signal at exactly the right moment. That's where leucine and choline come in, and understanding them can be a real turning point in your journey back to strength. First, let's talk about leucine. Imagine leucine as the spark plug in an engine, essential piece that turns the whole machine. On leucine is an amino acid, and our bodies can't make it. We have to get it from food. It's most abundant in foods like eggs, dairy, meat, and fish, but you'll also find it in beans, lentils, soy, and nuts. What makes leucine truly special is its ability to flip the switch on muscle repair and growth. When enough leucine is present in your bloodstream, it activates a powerful pathway in your cells called mTOR. Think of mTO as the main control tower for muscle health. When it's activated, your muscles are told, it's time to grow stronger and rebuild. This is particularly important as we get older, because our bodies become less sensitive to these signals, a phenomenon called anabolic resistance. That's why the same meal that once helped you recover and stay strong in your 30s might now barely maintain what you have in your 60s. But here's the good news. By making sure your meals, especially your first meal of the day, are rich in leucine, you can overcome that resistance and send a loud, clear message to your muscles. Most experts recommend aiming for about 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine in a single meal. For most people, that's the amount found in 2 to 3 eggs, a scoop of whey protein, a serving of Greek yogurt or cottage cheese, or a few ounces of lean meat, fish, or tofu. Now let's shift our focus to choline, another unsung hero. Choline is a nutrient most abundant in egg yolks, but you'll also find it in meats, fish, some beans, and certain vegetables like broccoli and quinoa. Choline's real superpower is that it's the direct building block for acetylcholine, neurotransmitter that acts as the messenger between your brain and your muscles. when you want to stand, walk, or simply reach for something. It's acetylcholine that delivers the message from your brain to your body. As we age, our stores of choline naturally decline, and so does our ability to produce acetylcholine. That's one reason movements may become slower, balance can falter, and our legs may not listen the way they used to. But just like with leucine, you can restore that crucial connection with the right food. 2 whole eggs at breakfast are often enough to replenish your choline stores for the day, giving your brain and nervous system exactly what they need to keep those signals strong and clear. And if you don't eat eggs, don't worry. Soybeans, quinoa, and some nuts and seeds are great plant-based alternatives. So what does this look like in real life? Imagine you wake up, drink a glass of water, and within half an hour, sit down to a breakfast of 2 eggs, some sautéed spinach or kale, and a scoop of Greek yogurt or a slice of whole grain toast with cottage cheese. You're not just feeding your hunger, you're sending a series of powerful, rejuvenating signals through your entire body. If you're vegan or can't eat eggs, try a tofu scramble with black beans and spinach, or a bowl of quinoa with hemp, seeds, and greens. Add a little olive oil or avocado to help absorb all those good nutrients. And you're set up for success. Let me share a story that brings this to life. Daniel, at 62, was used to sluggish mornings, toast, coffee, and that heavy feeling in his legs. After learning about the power of leucine and choline, he made one simple change: a breakfast of 2 eggs, a cup of spinach, and a little cottage cheese, followed by a 10-minute walk in his garden. Within a week, he noticed his balance improving. His energy rose. "It felt like someone had plugged me back in," he said. You might be wondering, will this really work for me? Answer is, for most people, yes. Some notice a difference the very next day, others within a week or 2. And if you add a bit of gentle movement in the morning, those results come even faster. Of course, there are always adjustments you can make. If you don't like eggs, swap in Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, lean meats, or plant-based proteins. If you're worried about cholesterol, remember that, for most people, dietary cholesterol from eggs has little effect on blood cholesterol. Check with your doctor if you have specific health concerns. If you have digestive issues, try smaller portions and cook your eggs lightly, and make sure your greens are well cooked too. The point isn't to be perfect, it's to be consistent. If you miss a day, just start again tomorrow. At the heart of it, leucine and choline are much more than nutrients. They're the language your body understands, Shi code that turns on muscle repair and switches the nervous system from standby to ready. You're not just nourishing your body. You're restoring the ancient, intricate conversation between muscle and mind, between your intention and your action. So tomorrow morning, as you crack those eggs or stir up your breakfast bowl, know that you're not just eating, you're pressing reset on your body's ability to connect, move, and thrive. That is the quiet, everyday miracle of food. And as you finish that meal, take a few moments to move, maybe a walk in the garden, a gentle stretch, or just a stroll around your kitchen. With every step, you're reminding your body, I'm still here, I'm still strong, and I'm just getting started. Next, we'll look at another key piece of the puzzle: the river of blood that carries all these nutrients to your muscles and brain, and how simple foods like beets and greens can open those pathways and unlock even more energy and vitality in your life. Let's pause for a moment and truly visualize how our bodies work beneath the surface. Think of your legs and arms, your heart and brain as a vibrant, lush country seat, a place where life flourishes only when rivers and streams are running strong. In this landscape, blood flow is the life-giving river, delivering not just oxygen and nutrients, but also hope and healing to every cell along its path. But as we get older, these rivers can become narrow or clogged. The banks harden, the flow weakens. Maybe you've noticed your feet feel cold more often, or your calves seem heavier after a short walk. Wounds take longer to heal. Maybe you stand up quickly and feel dizzy for a moment, or the simple act of getting up from a chair leaves you breathless. This isn't just aging. This is your body signaling for help, asking you to restore the river's flow. Now, here comes the incredible part. Your body is always searching for a way back to balance, and one of its secret weapons is a tiny molecule called nitric oxide. You can't see it or feel it, but nitric oxide works like magic. It tells your blood vessels to relax, open wide, and let blood flood through every inch of your body, especially your legs. How do we help our bodies make more of this miracle molecule? The answer is simple and rooted in nature, through foods that are as bright and colorful as they are powerful beets: spinach, arugula, Swiss chard, and even celery. These foods are loaded with natural nitrates, which your body cleverly transforms into nitric oxide. Let me share a story about Mr. Peter, a retired railway worker. After years of physically demanding labor, his circulation had slowed. He'd given up his morning strolls, complaining of tired legs and feet that were always cold. One day, his granddaughter brought home some beetroot juice, having read about its benefits for older adults. Skeptical, but curious, Mr. Peter tried drinking a small glass every morning before his walk. By the third week, he was not only finishing his usual route, but even stopping to chat with neighbors along the way. "It feels like my legs are alive again," he said, beaming. For him, a simple glass of beet juice brought the river back to life. And it's not just Storyations backs this up. In one fascinating study, seniors who consumed beetroot juice saw measurable improvements in leg muscle power within hours. Their walking speed improved, and they felt more energetic without any extra exercise or medication. If you're not a fan of beets, don't worry. Spinach, arugula, and even lettuce can also help your body make more nitric oxide. Try tossing fresh greens into your morning omelet, blending spinach into a smoothie, or simply enjoying a salad with lunch. If you're planning physical activity, enjoy your beets or greens about an hour before. You'll be priming your blood vessels to deliver maximum energy to your muscles. In a small community in Sunnyvale, a group of women in their 70s created a ritual. Every Sunday, they would meet for a breakfast picnic in the park, sharing boiled beets, roasted sweet potatoes, and fresh greens from their gardens. Over time, they noticed their walks around the lake became longer and easier. Laughter more frequent, and even sleep improved. Their simple tradition became the foundation for years of vibrant health and friendship. Remember, circulation is not just about the heart. It's about every vessel, every tiny capillary, every step you take. With a few small changes, you can open the channels, awaken your legs, and bring that life-giving river back to its natural strength no matter your age. Your next walk, your next smile, your next burst of energy might just begin with a humble beet or a handful of fresh greens. We've talked about what to eat and how it works inside your body. But there's another secret to success that ties everything together, making it easier and more joyful to keep going. Timing and ritual. Your body is not a machine, it moves with cycles, rhythms, and seasons. Every morning brings a new chance to set your day's music, just as every evening invites repair and rest. Scientists call this your circadian rhythm, your body's built-in clock, controlling when you're most ready to move, repair, or simply absorb good nutrition. Let's imagine your day as a symphony. The morning is the overture, the moment your body is most ready to receive strong signals. That's why breakfast matters especially when it includes protein, greens, and perhaps a serving of beets or berries. Think of this as tuning your muscles, nerves, and immune system for the day ahead. Research shows that older adults who evenly split their protein across breakfast, lunch, and dinner have stronger muscles and recover faster. Instead of saving all your protein for the evening, start strong and keep the rhythm going. Breakfast. 2 eggs or tofu scramble with greens. Lunch, chicken, fish, beans, or lentils. Dinner, moderate protein, lots of vegetables. Snacks, nuts, yogurt, or a smoothie. Make these choices part of a daily ritual: a cup of tea in the garden, a walk with a friend, a moment of gratitude before each meal. These small habits, repeated daily, create powerful momentum. When you practice rituals at the same time each day, your body begins to anticipate good things. More energy, better mood, and less temptation to skip healthy choices. Here's a real example. In a rural town, a group of friends in their late 60s decided to form a breakfast club. Each morning, they would meet at a different home, sharing the task of cooking and eating together Simonites, eggs, and greens. Sometimes porridge and fruit, sometimes beets and sweet potatoes. After eating, they'd walk to the local market or simply sit outside and talk about the news. Over time, they noticed not only better health, but a deeper sense of connection and purpose. "We're stronger together," one of them said. And breakfast never feels lonely anymore. If you ever feel discouraged if you miss a meal or a walk, remember that it's not about perfection. Each day is a new opportunity to pick up where you left off, to remind your body and mind, "I'm still growing, still learning, still alive." Try this tomorrow. Drink a glass of water first thing. Have a protein-rich breakfast with greens. Move gently 10 minutes of stretching, a short walk, or even dancing to your favorite song. With each repetition, you're rewiring not just your habits, but your hope for the future. Finally, let's talk about the most powerful medicine of all. Connect Shoto, our stories, our communities, and the lives we want to live. The longest-lived, healthiest people on Earth, whether in Okinawa, Sardinia, Sunny Vale, your own hometown, share certain things in common. They eat simply, move naturally every day, share meals, laughter, and burdens with friends and family. They turn daily habits into rituals and surround themselves with stories of hope and perseverance. Think of Grace, the gardener who found her way back to her flowers thanks to a nourishing breakfast and the support of her grandchildren. Or Mr. Peter, whose granddaughter's curiosity about beet juice gave him new legs for his morning walks. There's Mrs. Betty, who discovered that healing is possibly own serving of greens, one cup of tea, one moment of gratitude at a time. And think of the Breakfast Club, where friendship and a shared table made health not just possible, but joyful. Imagine if you brought one more person into your journey, inviting a neighbor for breakfast, starting a weekly walk, or simply sharing your progress with a friend or your family. You'll find that motivation and courage grow stronger when shared. Even small success, standing a little taller, walking a bit further, cooking a new recipe to be celebrated together. Don't believe the myth that you need to go it alone or that it's too late to make a change. The path to lifelong strength isn't built on solitary struggle or grand achievements. It's made from the little things. Meals shared, encouragement exchanged, stories told, hands held. As we come to the end of this journey, remember every meal, every step, every morning is a chance to choose strength, to open your heart to possibility, and to write a new story about what aging can mean. You are not defined by your years, but by your willingness to keep learning, connecting, and loving. Whether you're 60 or 90, whether you're cooking for yourself or a whole family, you have the power right now to bring more life to your years and more years to your life. So let's take one more breath together and step forward stronger, wiser, and ready to thrive at every age. And now, as we draw this journey to a close, I want you to take another deep breath. Feel the ground beneath your feet, the gentle pulse of your own heartbeat. Remember, everything you've heard today, every story, every hopeful idea means nothing until it finds its way into your daily life. Maybe you started watching this video with doubts. Maybe you thought, that sounds too simple to be true. How can breakfast, a beet, or a handful of greens possibly change? Anything. But I hope, somewhere in the past 20 minutes, you found a story that spoke to you, a memory of your grandmother's kitchen, a vision of a friend laughing on a morning walk, or perhaps just a flicker of hope that things could, in fact, be different. Because here is the truth. The most powerful changes in our lives often begin with the smallest steps. A single egg cracked into a pan. A walk taken before the world wakes up. It's an invitation to share breakfast with a friend, or to call your mother and ask about her day. Strength is not built all at once. It is woven slowly through the rituals we practice and the love we share. You've learned that the fading of strength is not just about muscle loss or the relentless march of time. It is about connections and invisible wires running from your mind to your body, the river of blood flowing through your legs, the quiet messages of healing that food can send if you listen and respond. You've seen that inflammation, circulation, and even the timing of your meals matter sometimes more than the foods themselves. You've discovered that community, ritual, and joy are not just luxuries, but necessities. As vital to your strength as any nutrient. And maybe, just maybe, you're beginning to believe that your story isn't finished yet. That there are still pages to write, memories to make, and hills to climb, whether those hills are in your backyard, in the park with friends, or simply the staircase at home. So let's finish where we began, with an invitation. Tonight, as you stand in your kitchen or sit at your table, choose one small thing to do differently. Maybe you prepare 2 eggs for breakfast tomorrow, or chop a handful of greens for your soup. Maybe you call a friend to join you for a walk, or share what you've learned with someone who needs it. And as you go to bed, let yourself feel gratitude, not just for the strength you have, but for the strength you can rebuild. For every cell in your body that is waiting to listen, to respond, to be renewed. If you're feeling inspired, don't keep it to yourself. Share this video with someone you care, a Buddha, parent, a neighbor, a friend, or even your children. Let them know that strength and health are not lost to time, but found in the choices we make every day, together. If you're ready for the next step, I encourage you to look around your kitchen with new eyes. See the power in the foods you once took for granted. Notice the opportunities for movement, for joy, for reconnection with yourself and with the people around you. Join a walking group, start a breakfast club, try a new recipe, or revisit an old family favorite. Celebrate every step. Every morning you feel just a little steadier. Every time you help someone else feel the same. And if you stumbling, you will. As we all don't give up. Healing is not a straight line. Every effort counts. Every moment of care, every meal you prepare, every time you choose kindness for your body or your loved ones, you are building something that lasts. So, I leave you with this final thought. Aging is not a closing door, but an open invitation. An invitation to listen, to nourish, to connect, and to keep moving forward, at any age, at any pace, in any season of life. Thank you for joining me, for your time, your openness, your willingness to believe that change is possible. I hope you finish this video with hope in your heart and new ideas in your mind, ready to write your own next chapter of strength, joy, and community. If you found this journey meaningful, share it. Start a conversation. Let's build a world where every meal, every step, every laugh is a reminder that it's never too late to feel alive. Here's to your health, your strength, and the story you have yet to write. Let's walk it together. Let's turn now to a force that works in secret tone, that can quietly drain your strength, even on your best days. Inflammation. Unlike the sharp pain you feel when you bump your knee, chronic inflammation is invisible. It works like a slow burning fire, smoldering beneath the surface, leaving you tired, achy, and sometimes even a little hopeless. Imagine your body as a well-tuned orchestra, When inflammation is high, it's as if static has crept in between the instruments. The music turns fuzzy. Your movements become less coordinated. Muscles and nerves don't communicate the way they should. Even when you eat well or stay active, progress can seem painfully slow. This is not a sign of personal weakness. It's the body crying out for help. So where does this inflammation come from? It can result from stress, poor sleep, processed foods, long-standing infections, or simply the slow wear and tear of living. But the good news is, just as food can stoke the fire, food can also calm it. Let me tell you about Mrs. Betty, a retired teacher and a devoted grandmother. For years, she struggled with swelling in her knees, stiffness in her fingers, and a deep fatigue that never seemed to lift. She'd tried medications, ointments, even acupuncture, and things brought real relief. Then, with encouragement from her daughter, she began making one small change at a time, adding dark leafy greens like kale and mustard greens to her breakfast, enjoying turmeric tea in the afternoon, and swapping fried snacks for colorful vegetable stir-fries. Slowly, her pain eased. She began moving more freely, joining her grandchildren. For games in the yard, her sleep improved. It's not a miracle, she laughs. Just many tiny steps that added up to a big change. The secret here is polyphenol plant compounds found in deep green vegetables, berries, and even olive oil. These act like firefighters in the body, quenching inflammation before it can damage muscles, nerves, and energy levels. Don't underestimate the power of habit and timing. Research shows that eating anti-inflammatory foods like greens, berries, turmeric, or ginger in the morning can set the tone for your immune system for the rest of the day. Even a small serving cup of sautéed spinach or a handful of blueberries with breakfast makes a difference. For those who like routine, try this. Start your day with a glass of warm water and lemon, followed by an Agon green scramble or a tofu vegetable stir-fry. Add a sprinkle of turmeric or black pepper. At lunch, choose a salad with mixed greens, tomatoes, beans, and a drizzle of olive oil. For snacks, reach for walnuts or a piece of fruit. In the evening, enjoy a calming herbal tea and practice gratitude, just a few quiet moments to thank your body for everything it does. Study from the University of Tokyo followed seniors who added just one serving of dark greens and 2 cups of herbal tea daily for 3 months. The results were clear: lower levels of inflammatory markers, stronger legs, and better mood. Sometimes, healing begins not in big gestures, but in the gentle, steady warmth of daily choices. So, every time you choose a vibrant green, a splash of golden turmeric, or a juicy berry, remember, you're not just feeding your body, you're restoring harmony, one note at a time.